I bet people don't believe I don't pre-watch these. I bet people think they're like, oh yeah, Lance has this kind of like secret trick where he just watches the videos ahead of time so he can feel like he's kind of nostra surface and always predict what they're going to say. I bet people think I do that when the truth of it is they're just so incredibly predictable. PragerU classic. All right, this is PragerU now. Our Fathers Necessary. It's kind of a yikesy day.
Are fathers necessary?
Oh, this one's a Dennis Prager classic. All right, he didn't have to find a token to do this one.
For all of recorded history, the need to explain why fathers are necessary would have been regarded as, well, unnecessary. It would have been like explaining why water or air is necessary. But we live at a time in which the obvious is routinely denied. There have been articles in the most prestigious journals denying the importance of fathers. The Atlantic magazine, for example, published an article titled, "Are Fathers Necessary? A Paternal Contribution May Not Be as Essential as We Think." The New York Times published...
There's so many directions this could go in. I don't know if this is going to be homophobic, because that would be kind of on brand. Is this going to be like, well, you know, the idea of two mummies is not the same as two daddies kind of thing? Or is this going to be about how black households don't have as many father figures, and that's why they have higher rates of crime? Could go down that road as well. You never know with Dennis Prager or PragerU, where we're going to end up in the sea of bigotry.
Published a discussion among 5 intellectuals titled, "What Are Fathers For?" One of them, Hannah Rosen, an editor at New York Magazine, opened her response by stating, "I'm not sure whether a child needs a father." I could give dozens of such examples. I'll just give one more. HuffPost published a piece titled, "Fathers Are Not Needed." Fortunately, this dismissal of the importance of fathers is not universal. In a 2008 Father's Day speech a few months before his election as President of the United States, Barack Obama said, "Fathers are critical to the foundation of each family."
Wait, now you like Obama? Is this pro Obama? Oh my. Wow. Okay.
That they are teachers and coaches, they are mentors and role models, they are
yes, thank you
examples
for
of
reminding me.
success.
We'll watch the He-Man trailer.
And they are the men who constantly push us toward it. What makes his comments particularly noteworthy is that Barack Obama grew up without a father. Both boys and girls need...
It was number 2. It was option number 2. I told you. It was going to be option number 1 or option number... It was 2. It was 2. We nailed it. Nailed it.
Fathers will begin with boys. A boy has no built-in understanding about how to be a man, meaning a good and responsible man. Male nature is wild.
Yeah, he should definitely listen to Dennis Prager, who will teach you a lot about how men are basically rape monsters, and the only thing that keeps them at bay is the Bible. Because it worked for the Bible. They would just be running in the streets and basically absconding women everywhere they go. But thanks to the wonders of the Bible, they don't do that no more. So it's good. It's good. We've been disciplined.
Wild. Most obviously regarding sex and violence.
It's just so easy.
If a boy does not have a father who models how a man controls himself, he will most likely not know how to control himself.
I bet people don't believe I don't pre-watch these. I bet people think they're like, oh yeah, Lance has this kind of like secret trick where he just watches the videos ahead of time so he can feel like he's kind of nostra surface and always predict what they're going to say. I bet people think I do that when the truth of it is they're just so incredibly predictable. Like we've been doing this for so long now, you know, that it's just the same shit over and over and over.
Let alone want to. That's why most males in prison for violent crimes grew up without a father.
I don't even deserve applause, you know? It's like there's no trick here. There's no sleight of hand. It's just you know where it's gonna go. Come on. Relevant meme, hold on. Politicians. War on drugs causing a generation of black men being sent to prison for twice the time as white people for the same amount of drugs. Fatherlessness is a problem within the black community. True. True.
After days of riots in the UK in 2011, quite like the 2020 riots in America, Christina Adone wrote a column for the London Telegraph, whose title says it all. London riots, absent fathers have a lot to answer for. In the column, she wrote, "The majority of rioters are gang members. Like the overwhelming majority of youth offenders behind bars, these gang members have one thing in common: no father at home." There's no question that many mothers have done an excellent...
Isn't it odd that so many more black people in America are disproportionately going to jail for non-violent drug offenses? So many black men. And then suddenly we have this phenomenon of families without fathers because we keep locking them up again for non-violent drug offenses. Much worse than we do for white people. Kind of odd. Almost seems like there's a systemic problem, one that we should address rather than consistently blaming the family dynamic as well as black culture. Kind of seems like doing the latter is incredibly racist and instead of addressing the actual problem. But here we are.
Excellent job raising a boy without their son's father. But common sense alone suggests that a mother simply cannot model what a boy should be any more than a man can model to a girl what a...
I don't have to pull it up because I'm sure you've all seen it, ad nauseum, but you can look at any number of studies that have shown that this is completely and utterly false. If you have two mummies, if you have a pair of lesbian women, the child will have the same rates of success as they would under a heteronormative couple. There's absolutely no difference whatsoever. The children need what children all over the world need, and that's love. They need to be loved. That is the most important thing.
A woman should be. And then there is the issue of controlling boys and their wild natures. Again, there are mothers who are able to do this. But if a boy is at all difficult, as so many are, as he gets older, most mothers...
Okay, projection. What did you fucking do to cats, Dennis Prager? Did you fucking attach cats to rocket ships and then try to fly them off? Is that in your past? God damn.
Mothers will find it more and more difficult to control their son, because unruly boys listen to their fathers much more than they listen to their mothers, which is precisely why most violent criminals grew up in fatherless homes. They obviously did not listen to their mothers. As regards daughters, the father is the man girls learn to relate to. Without a father to relate to and bond with, there are at least two destructive consequences. First, she will not know how to choose a man wisely.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, ladies, what you doing? I mean, are we going to do like a stripper pole example next? It's like she will obviously have strange sexual proclivities if she does not have a father.
She will not know how a man should treat her, and she may well end up with a man who mistreats her. Second, to fulfill her desire to bond with...
Yeah, and what if men mistreat her in a family dynamic? What if she's abused by men in her life? What if she's abused by, say, a father? Because isn't the most often abusers in cases of abuse happen to be a family member and a close family member? I don't think by default, just because you have a man in your life, it's necessarily going to be all like roses and diamonds.
The man, as primally yearning in most women as bonding with a woman is in most men, she will go from man to man. Girls without fathers in their lives are far more likely to be sexually promiscuous.
Jesus Christ. I swear I did not watch this. I promise you I did not watch this. Like, I don't know how else to put, like, I know you probably don't believe me. No one here believes me. I did not watch this before.
And to begin sexual activity at an earlier age, which in turn are reasons many young women are depressed. Few women find sleeping with man after man fulfilling. Most find it ultimately depressing.
I think you're just describing sex with you, Dennis. And yes, I imagine that is incredibly, incredibly trying and depressing. So Yeah, that's that.
Finally, fathers give both sons and daughters the thing children need most: a sense of safety and security. As much as children need love, they need a sense of security even more. And in general, moms give love and dads give security.
Don't you think something is fucked up with that dynamic? Shouldn't dads also give love? Like,
I learned how necessary fathers are, not only by having one and being one, but by the many people, men and women, of all ages, who have told me that they see me as a father figure.
ew. Ew. Fucking gross. Also, the anecdote Andes of this one are just off the charts.
I am honored to fill that role.
Ew. Fucking gross.
The good news is that many men can fill it. Grandfathers, uncles, teachers, mentors, clergy, and yes,
Was a Jedi one of those? This is not the toxic masculinity you are looking for.
mentors, clergy, and yes, even a man on the radio.
Pretty sure clergy kind of systematic abusers. Don't really know if I would trust children with a priest in this day and age. Pretty sure that one's been ripped from the stereotypes, and I guess that applies to this one too. Like, holy fuck, do not want that anywhere near my kids. Stranger danger, holy shit.
But some man has to be your father. I'm Dennis Prager.
This video was made possible by a generous donation from the Coutinho family.
From the Coutinho family? Color me intrigued. I want to find this one. How many fathers in the Coutinho family? I don't know. Who wants Dennis Prager as their daddy? Hey, do you like movies? Do you like Serfs? Do you want movies and Serfs watching the movies? So then come over to the new channels. It's the Serfs the cinema. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like, just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks why do older generations believe the things they believe, one of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our God, Xander Corvus, we shall build ornate temples in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker and the Tim Caucus, we aim to be the best court jesters your money can buy. To our lords, Evan Nudie, Trevor R., Alexander Thaler, Ryan Lubin, Tofox, Jeff Lamb, Sint Forzi, we are your humble vassals ready to till your land. To our Knights of the Round Table, Omni, Mr. Anderson, Riley and Anna, Ryan Craig, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophoja, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, The Great Houdini, Bowen Jenny, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Jay Fraser Cartwright, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Yopi, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Constance Joyce Lacheris. We raise our glass of mead and we salute you.